talking about opportunities, because when you connect with people, as I've said all the way along this mammoth live stream, is when you connect with people, then the souls connect, and then they connect you onto somebody else who's got an amazing divine soul and an amazing divine purpose. And Nasreen, who is our next speaker, her mission and her vision is to help people use their voice, for them to get their stories out there, to actually, spread their message. Again, very much like Hit Talks is about, and every single speaker that we've had on here, it's about spreading their messages, their stories of hope, inspiration and transformation. And Nasreen has been on our special edition of Hit Talks, a special edition with Golden Doors Award, which is again about getting truth out there into the world. We are going into a new world, as we said. We are actually transforming into new people, into the new world, and we do that together, and we do that with alliances. You can just do it so much quicker. So thank you, Nasreen, my love, for being back with us on Hit Talks, and I'm so blessed and grateful, grounded with gratitude, as Lee would say, to have you back here. And I now give you your 8 minutes.
Hello, assalamu alaikum, marhaba, sabona. The gratitude is all mine. So, guys, during my life, I have had many encounters that evoke inspiration, transformation, and hope. I could not decide this morning whether I was to talk about how, when I was just 11 years of age, my beautiful mom was shot in the face by an off-duty policeman, giving me my first experience at what really hoping was all about. Or if I was supposed to tell the story about my streetwise dad who went on to become a super businessman. I decided that I'd get straight to the point about how concerned my parents really were that I was extremely short when I was growing up. Nothing much has changed. When they would talk to family members about this, they would try to waylay their fears and say to them, "Dynamite comes in small packages." This idiom has evolved over the years, and lately I've heard that it's all about good things that come in small packages. But my personal favorite has to be that it is the smallest chilies that are really hot. Hope is just like that for me. It's a small word, but it exists in every human being across the world. And they are born with the ability to have the best storytelling, best-selling stories within. And hope is embedded in each of these stories and replicates into meaningful inspiration and transformation globally. Because is it not with hope that every person falls in love with the other person who would reciprocate, validate, and cherish them forever? And if that doesn't happen, then it is surely hope that is entwined even in the most disastrous of relationships, in which stories end with renewed hope to love and be loved again. It is palpable in stories where parents sit day and night alongside their ailing children, praying for miraculous interventions, willing their children to fight deadly diseases. But it's the same parents who accept their losses, albeit painful, with the hope that someday they will meet again in the heavens above. It must surely be stories filled with hope when women who have no outlet from abusive lives, trapped and mercilessly treated, yearn still for the freedom of air beyond. It is truly hope when people facing terror and injustices pray fervently that it will end with the coming of a single dawn that will give them gifts of peace, unity, harmony, and above all, mercy. Is it not hope that drives children who are deprived of a proper education to beat the odds and become what they know they are innately meant to be. And are tears of despair also not tears of hope, in which faith and determination are demonstrated, waiting for something better to happen? Hope is evident when darkness eclipses into our lives, yet we find the strength to seek clarity, to hold resolve, and to plow ahead to find workable solutions. Did we not just witness this last week the power of hope in Joseph Biden, who, despite losing 2 presidential elections, has chosen to take on one of the biggest challenges in the world? And ladies, did you not feel soaring hope when Kamala Harris said, and I quote, "While I may not be the first woman in this office, I will not be the last," unquote. Now, I may not be American, and I'm certainly not aspiring for political office, but Kamala did reignite within me the belief that I too can always achieve whatever I set my mind to. Hope is still alive in the face of the coronavirus that keeps so many of us anxious for various reasons. So it must also be hope that keeps us vigilant for news of possible vaccines that will be approved for treatment. Hope is at the heart of every author's story, journalists' articles, and social media influencers' content, that whatever they write are masterstrokes of truth and integrity as opposed to lies and deceit. Despite the glaring disastrous effects of false news, you cannot deny that it is hope that drives the efforts made by truth seekers to reveal what is honest and to encourage others to speak their truth. Hope still manages to exist with every terminally ill patient, their families, and their friends. It is hope that keeps scientists busy trying to find new ways to protect our failing ecosystems. When I began my talk this morning, I said that every human being is born with a best-selling story within. Every story of hope has the kind of power to bring forth hope and transformation through inspiration. But that is something that all of us don't fully realize, perhaps because we have been raised in environments that are negative, perhaps because it is just easier to be hopeless so that we could stay in our comfort zones. If you saw hope the way I see hope, then you will behold it in the role of a leader who, when it is released into life and living, spreads inspiration and transformation organically and exponentially. In fact, I put it to you that without hope, there isn't inspiration, nor can there be transformation. So to all of you out there, I salute your courage. From this hopeful to all the hopefuls watching, keep smiling, shining, and rising.
Keep smiling, keep rising, keep shining. I love the ends of all of these 8-minute talks. Thank you so much for sharing all of those snippets of hope. The way that you brought hope in so many different ways for our viewers to actually just take a little bit of information from it, maybe kind of just pull it into their soul, into their beings, because that is the thing. I wrote it down. It's very much, you said, whatever you achieve, you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. And that's the thing. If we hope to achieve greatness, do you think we can achieve greatness? If we actually hope to achieve transformation, do you think we can achieve transformation? See, my answer to that is yes, you can, and yes, we can, and we can do it together, and we can do it in alliances. That's the